Cooking Up a Storm, sponsored by West Virginia Northern Community College Culinary Arts Program and Ohio Stoneware.
We're cooking up a storm. We want to thank our sponsors, West Virginia Northern Community College and their great culinary program. Check it out if you're interested in cooking, and also Ohio Stoneware, who have these very adorable. I think I just broke a knuckle on them. They're so adorable. And first, want to welcome our guest today into the kitchen, Brandon Perko, right?
Yes, sir.
And you are from the Center of Music of Art
I am.
in Wintersville. Mm-hmm. And we are going to be making today French toast casserole.
Yes, yes. I love French toast casserole. It's a great thing to make for the family, especially early mornings. You can make it up night before, come out, put it in the oven in the morning, got some hot breakfast French toast without any other work.
And it's going to be great. I mean, I already know. We haven't tasted it. I haven't seen the finished product, but I know it's going to be great. This would be great around Christmas morning, right? You can make this Christmas Eve, Christmas morning, pop it in the oven. You could do it, and it just sits overnight, and then you just pop it in the oven, and you're ready to go.
House full of French toast smells, presents, and ask for much more than that.
Cinnamon and Christmas, they go hand in hand.
Yes.
So we got the brioche. That's one of our key ingredients. So we got a loaf of brioche. We were talking about that too. Brioche is sort of one of these things where it's mainstream now. Before, it used to be in the restaurant industry, right?
Yeah, you'd get burgers, brioche buns. You'd have different brioche French toast even at different high-class restaurants. And nowadays, everybody's making it at home.
Yeah.
It's as easy as that. So.
The dog agrees. The dog
Yes.
is always, she's barking away. Okay, so we got we got eggs in here in the Ohio Stoneware. We got our eggs. How many eggs are in there?
We have 6 eggs in here.
Okay.
We're gonna add some heavy whipping cream to it, some cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla extract, and some brown sugar to make like a custard to go into this casserole.
And I cut up this the brioche into like little squares. They don't have to be exact. So while you're doing that, I guess I'm gonna layer some of this, or
yeah, we'll want to take and spray the whole pan down
right.
with the
Forgot to spray.
Yeah, we don't want it to stick in there, so we'll get a good coating all the way on the bottom and the sides real good, and then we'll put one layer of the bread down in the bottom there. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this eggs whisked up a little bit with the heavy whipping cream. I always like to kind of get the eggs incorporated first.
Okay.
Just to get everything kind of blended together and then add everything else just to make sure.
Six eggs that we cracked open there.
Yeah, just
whites, yellow, and all. No shells though. That's the one thing that's missing. And this is your non-fat ingredient, your heavy whipping cream.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna use almost this whole thing. We're gonna keep a little bit back for our icing that we're gonna make when it's all done. So,
now, if you wanted to use milk, I guess you could, right?
you can use any type of milk, yeah. Just the heavy whipping gives more flavor.
Yeah.
You got all them fats in there. Fat's the main flavor in anything these days. So you use that. Mix that up a little bit here. We're gonna take our vanilla, add that in there.
Okay.
We'll take our cinnamon and our
there's
nutmeg.
Two tablespoons of cinnamon. That was 1 tablespoon of nutmeg.
Correct.
And we got that in there.
All right, and then we're gonna take a cup of brown sugar here.
Light brown, does it really matter?
It doesn't. I always use light brown sugar,
Yeah.
But you can use the dark if you want.
Okay.
I don't pack it in there too tight. If you get a little bit that kind of falls over a little bit, you're gonna be fine.
We were talking. You're like me. You're more of you like to cook. This is more of a baking thing.
Correct.
And baking, you have to have those exact measurements. But we don't like that kind of
This
stuff.
This is not an exact measurement type of recipe. If you can throw all this together real easy without a recipe, and that's actually how I first started making this at home. So
now I should bring up Brandon, of course, from the Center Music of Art, and you have a tie-in to one of our previous episodes where we were talking about we had the Ohio Valley Health Center, their gala, and explain you are the winners of the gala. Raising money for Ohio Valley Health Center. So explain the story, because I know it wasn't you that was doing the bidding.
No, absolutely not. Carolyn is our owner, CEO of the Center of Music and Art. She was at the gala with her husband, Jody, and they were able to bid and win this awesome package to advertise our wonderful store that we just went through a complete renovation of. So we're bringing in some new stuff in there. I've got some boutique items from instruments to amplifications. Our main thing there, though, at the Center of Music and Art is our students. We are also a school. That's what we put all of our pride into. Young minds we have piano lessons, voice lessons, guitar lessons. We have a lot of great teachers that go along in all of that. And these kids, you just watch them grow up and get better and better and better. And you see them go off in competitions even as they get older. So it's awesome to be able to see the community essentially grow in front of your eyes and do great things.
Yeah,
so.
you do a lot with the schools, with the bands as well, with the instruments. But many people may not realize that you could go there, take voice lessons, and take lessons right there.
Yes. Everything we do in-house lessons with those. We also have, as you mentioned, the band items we sell. We also do in-house repairs on just about anything instrument-wise. So if you ever have something that's broken, you can also bring that into, and we'll take a look at it.
I always try to get. I tried first instrument, my son. I tried to get him to play the guitar. Mm-hmm. He didn't get into it. He ended up playing the bass. But I was like, chicks dig the guitar.
You're right,
I mean,
absolutely.
Like they dig the guitar guy, but he wasn't listening. He'll learn one day.
That's it.
So now so we have this mixed up. Do you want me to layer some of this in here?
So we'll take about half of this mixture and we'll put it in the bottom of the pan.
You don't have to be like,
Nope,
we're not doing like this. We're just sort of grabbing a handful.
That's right.
Of the brioche.
Picking them up, just get a solid layer on the bottom there.
So this is almost, some people may be saying French toast. This looks like bread pudding. This is, it's similar, right? it's
a lot of the same similar ingredients. I just flavored it to taste like French toast instead of bread pudding.
So is that good right there?
That's perfect.
Okay.
Absolutely. We're going to take half of these chocolate chips if you want to actually.
About half of those?
Yeah, about half of those. Yeah, just sprinkle them on there real good.
Okay.
And then we're going to take the other half of our bread and we're going to go over the top of those.
Okay, that's about half, maybe. And then we put the other half of the bread on. Now you were brought into, the Center of Music of Art. They're having this whole in Wintersville. They're revamping everything, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we just got done on a major revamp of the whole store. If you've been there anytime recently, you've seen we got a whole new selection of instruments in a wider range. We're hitting everybody from, like I said, the students that come in. We can set you up with a guitar. We can set you up with whatever instrument you want to play. If you've been, yes, right over the top. If you've been playing for a little while and you're pretty good, but you're looking to get better, we have teachers that can help you take it to the next level. We also have the guitar for you, say if you want guitar lessons, then the intermediate level. But then we also have instruments there from band to anything else that's professional.
You said Gibsons. You're just getting some Gibson
guitars? Yes, we have some of those in there and different things like that. So we got anything from the professional level to the intermediate to the beginner. We're the store for you. You can get anything there.
And you're never too old or young to pick up an instrument, right?
Never.
Like even an old guy like myself, you could teach me how to play.
Absolutely.
Play the guitar.
I'm actually just learning guitar now.
I refine my woman though. I don't need the guitar.
Yeah,
maybe find another instrument. Yeah. She's back here laughing. Okay, so now what are we going to do? We're making music. I feel like we need an instrument in here. Making music while cooking.
Oh, that'd be, you get a little guitar playing in the background just to kind of smooth things over.
The other instrument I always liked was I tried playing trumpet when I was younger. But you're just going to pour this in?
I'm just going to pour this right over the top here, yeah. So we're going to take it and we're just going to kind of distribute it a little bit.
Thick stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Almost looks like thick chocolate milk. Oh, that's goodness. All that bread's going to soak it up.
Right, that's what we're going for.
You don't need to let this sit very long, right?
No, we'll let it sit on the counter for just a couple minutes here.
Okay.
We'll take and we'll use our whisk here and go ahead and just kind of push on it a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to kind of make sure everything's down in there. We'll get that liquid absorbed up a little bit.
Like you said, if you wanted to do this the night before, you could. It's not going to hurt. It's just still going to soak up all the liquids. You can do it the night before, a couple minutes before, whatever you want to do. It's still going to turn out okay.
Yeah.
So we're just going to let this sit for a little bit?
Yeah, we'll just let this sit for maybe 5 minutes here on the counter, and then usually by that point my oven usually just finishes preheating if I'm lucky enough.
And we do have the oven preheated to 425.
425.
We'll put this in the oven and
put it in there for about 45 minutes to an hour depending on your oven. Of course, all ovens bake a little bit differently, so just enough you want it to brown. The top's going to get real nice and brown, crusty brown, and the inside's going to be nice and fluffy. Not quite bread pudding consistency, but just about there. So
yeah, I was surprised when you said the temperature. I was thinking something a little lower, especially if it's going to be in for that long. But that should give it a nice
I like the crust on top with the softer in the middle is the reason why I go for a little higher temperature, so you get that real nice crust going on the top.
Can't go wrong there. You got the crust on the top and then the gooiness in the middle. So what else about Center Music of Art? I know you said coming soon here, and it depends when you're watching this, because of course this lives on YouTube forever. But you're going to have a new website?
Yes, we just launched our website, revamped it going, and we're going to open up an online store eventually too, to where you can get any of our products online. Also.
All across the world?
Yes, we'll ship them out to you, and we'll go from there.
So if you're watching this from Topeka, Kansas, or Dublin, Ireland, wherever, maybe Ireland, they like to play the Gaelic music. I'm trying to think of the harp and the fiddle, right? You have harps?
We don't have any harps in the store right now, actually. That's probably the one instrument. We have all kind of crazy instruments there that I've never even seen before. But no harps right at the moment. But we got a lot of nice different instruments. Grand piano sitting out in front too. It's real nice. So
nice. What's the most popular lesson that people would take there?
Piano is probably our number one.
Is it?
Yeah, surprisingly. Piano and then guitar, voice kind of mixed in there, all the same. But piano is probably our top lesson. And we get ranges from 3-4-year-olds all the way through high school and above and beyond. There's some adults that come in that just want to learn piano, never got to as a younger child. So they're getting there now.
Anyone ever strive to make it on The Voice or anything?
We have a couple people that come in every so often. They go out and do competitions. I'm not sure if it's The Voice necessarily, but they do different competitions, and they come in with Carolyn and actually take voice lessons to get them prepped and ready
Maybe
to go.
Maybe the Dean Martin Festival, get them ready for that. You could get them ready if you want to sing I know our own Addison Elbert singing in the Dean Martin Festival. I only sing good in the shower, so we can move the shower to wherever the competition, I'd be okay. Okay, so this has been sitting for a couple minutes. I think we're going to be able to pop this guy in.
Yes.
425. I'm going to open up the oven. It's hot in the oven. People always talk about, in the desert, it's not humid, so it doesn't feel too bad. Well, I always say an oven has dry heat. Stick your head in it, so it's not very, very pleasant. So it's like try to mix a little weather when we're cooking up a storm right here. Okay, so now we're gonna we have that, while that's doing its thing in there, we are gonna make an icing that goes on top.
That's right.
If that wasn't rich enough, we're gonna make a nice icing.
Yeah, I like to do instead of syrup over top, because the syrup, the icing's sweet too, but gives you a different profile, almost like a cinnamon roll type-esque cinnamon roll French toast mixture. So I'll just take myself and get a bowl with a little bit of powdered sugar here. You can measure everything out like we talked about earlier. I'm not a big measurer, but you could do about 2 cups of powdered sugar.
If I get powdered sugar, it goes all over the place.
Get it in there, not perfect like I said, and we're gonna add about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more depending on the consistency here. We're just gonna take a little bit of heavy cream. I'm just gonna kind of dollop a little bit in there, get a little bit going, just to see what the consistency is going to look like here.
We got our little whisk.
Little whisk for a little icing. So
I have a big whisk and a little whisk. I need to get another big whisk. Whisk away.
See here, we're clumping. It's going to get a little more, but we're going to need a little bit more cream.
So if you find it a little clumpy, you just add a little more liquid in there. Add a little bit more
liquid in there.
If you need more, I think I have some more.
No, this will be perfect.
Okay.
So we'll just make sure we don't fly. Yeah, that's the biggest part of powdered sugar. You start to get in there too aggressively, and next thing you know, snowstorm in your kitchen.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to use like an electric mixer with this.
No, you want to hand do these.
Yeah.
And this is the consistency here we're kind of looking for here. You just want to make sure you get all them powdered sugar lumps out of there, and they don't take too much to get out. It'll all incorporate in real nice.
That looks great.
And then we'll just drizzle that straight over the top when it comes out of the oven.
Would there be anything else you would add to it? Not like, just to jazz it up a little?
You could add a little vanilla extract in there if you want.
Okay.
You could add a little maple extract.
Maple.
It just depends on your flavor profile, whatever. That's the beauty about these type of things. You can take the chocolate chips out and add apples.
Yeah.
And do like an apple French toast. And then do maybe like a caramel drizzle over the top. You just take things out, play with it a little bit. Whatever goes good with your breakfast, your French toast will go good in this casserole. So
okay, so that's ready to go, and all we need to do is just wait for
waiting on the oven. Yeah.
Waiting for it to do its thing, and we'll be back, and we're going to show you what the finished product looks like.
I was the first in my family to go to college.
I was looking to switch careers.
I wanted the highest quality, but most affordable option for a degree.
No matter where you are in life, West Virginia Northern Community College can make your dream of a college degree a reality. With over half of our students being first-generation college students and free tuition for many programs, Northern is the right choice for you.
I can go to college. West Virginia Northern Community College. You belong here.
45 minutes have passed. This has been baking in the oven at 425 degrees. Our French toast casserole, Brandon, looks good. I see what you mean. So instead of more of a bread pudding, which would be real soggy, this has more of a crisp layer on top, but you also have the soft underneath.
Yeah, it's going to be nice and soft. It's going to hold together real nice, especially when it cools down. And you can almost cut it into bars and eat it cold too.
Okay.
Almost like a breakfast.
Like a next day type thing.
Yeah, take it, wrap it up in a napkin, take it on the go.
So you have your icing. Do we need to thin that out a little more? We should have checked that, huh?
No, it's okay. It depends on that's all about you. Whatever you prefer. For me, this is okay. It still will drizzle. Yeah, all I'm going to do now is just take my whisk and just kind of come over the top, make some nice zigzags.
Look how pretty. He's making music. Now we were talking earlier about the what did I say, the
harp.
The harp.
Right.
You said you could get a harp, and by the way, you play a harp like this. I don't know what I was doing. I think I was playing the bass. You play a harp like this, and then the fiddle would be like this.
Fiddle in a band. That's right. There you go.
So you said even though you don't have one, you could get one.
We can get anything that you could possibly want. Our director, Michael, he can get his hands on anything you're looking for. So he's a great tool that we have there at the store too. So you come in, if you're looking for an oddball instrument that you can't find anywhere else, I can almost guarantee we'll find it for you.
Great. So he's hooking me up. Brandon's hooking me up with a fiddle.
That's right. We'll get you a fiddle.
And a
big old harp.
Harp and a fiddle.
You can sit here and harp your way through.
Should I try this? Give it a try?
Yeah, give it a try.
Just
dig in.
Stick my spoon in here. Why
just
not?
Just get a little piece there.
We're not going to be fancy. We're not going to cut anything.
No, that's the
This might be a little hot, but that's always the thing. It's a little hot. I got a little bit of the glaze on top. And you said you save some glaze for later, if you want.
Yeah, everybody has their own preference on sweet tooth. So
I took a big old piece of that.
Yeah, you did. It's going to be nice.
It's going to be nice and hot in my mouth as soon as I stick it in here. I have a feeling it's going to be too hot. Oh, that was good. The crunchiness. I got the soft. Oh man, it almost tastes like cinnamon rolls,
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. It's like a French toast cinnamon roll kind of combination. Real simple, easy. Takes no time to throw together. Throw it together the night before. Toss it in the oven the next day. It's perfect.
It turned out fantastic.
Glad you like it.
Should I finish the rest or?
Yeah, why not?
Real good. The nutmeg and cinnamon too. I was like, wow, that's a lot of nutmeg and cinnamon. But it's not overpowering.
No, there's enough bread in there with the egg mixture to the custard mixture to balance everything out real nice.
Okay. Well, thank you, Brandon, for coming.
Hey, no problem.
Also want to say Carolyn and Jody.
Yes.
Because again, they donated a generous donation to the Ohio Valley Health Center, and here they won the prize, and you're the prize, and everyone's the prize because now you have this great recipe for your family. Brandon has kids. His kids love them. 9 and a 5-year-old, you said?
Yes, sir.
Especially the 9-year-old. He loves this.
Loves it.
Family's going to love it. You saw how easy it is, and you could tell everyone about it, and you could say, when they ask, well, where'd you get this great recipe? You could say, Brandon showed me on Cooking Up a Storm with Chef Oechslein. Till next time, we're cooking up a storm.
Hearthstone Ohio Stoneware Factory Outlet offers a large selection of crocks, mixing bowls, bakeware, and more, showcasing the history of local art pottery with thousands of hand-decorated pieces. Hearthstone Ohio Stoneware, the destination for pottery lovers.
Cooking Up a Storm, sponsored by West Virginia Northern Community College Culinary Arts Program and Ohio Stoneware.